All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of our Sorare series. This is going to be kind of a hybrid. We only have one box this week. We played really poorly. I guess quickly we can actually just take a look at how we did. Unfortunately, we really kind of, shit the bed. Obviously, we didn't come, in the top 300 of anything, and we didn't score 300 points in a lot of our lineups. Our challenger in Division 4, Wiley did unbelievable against Inter Miami, but our Minnesota boys let us down. Besides Rosales, which this is, a decent score for losing 2-0. Lodi was the wrong captain. Normally his score is phenomenal. And 10 he didn't start. So 19 from 25 decisive just for coming in was kind of mid. This was a 4-man lineup the whole way through. Kim So just doesn't play for Inchiden. Lee with a tough game for Gangwon. And then the other Gangwon boys, obviously Suk Young did pretty well as our captain. Lee scored. He actually wasn't supposed to play, but he did. And then Tucci has actually had a couple rough weeks, and then there's nothing really big here. Obviously, DJ Taylor has had some very poor performances the last 2 games, which is unfortunate. Jeffinho's still injured. Sorare Data said he was in the lineup, but, you can never truly trust that. And then Kim and Sosa had our 2 respectable scores. AlllStar Limited, I was very unimpressed. Obviously, we were only 32 points away from a tier 5, and Perez is dealing with a muscle injury that didn't show him not to play. He was 87% in the lineup on Sorare Data, and yeah, he got us a DNP, which is really brutal. Gustavo Gomez is a brand new pickup. I captained him this week. I thought Underdog, as we talked about in the last video, was going to be good. Arturo doesn't play. John doesn't play. The fact that for Botafogo, John has come in and cemented himself as the starter, I figured he would play against Junior, but he didn't, and it honestly didn't really matter because it was a 0-0 draw. And then our all-star lineup, Sobral had an unbelievable decisive in 479, but managed to not play against Lanús. And then the rest of the lineup, Kenta went off injured in the 89th minute, and unfortunately in the previous week, and I guess he's still injured. I didn't know because it doesn't have him listed. So I'm thinking we're going to pay for 1 month of Sorare Data Pro or whatever it's called, just to see if that helps better our lineups. And if it does, we will pay for the year subscription. Other than that, I'm just going to go right into Sorare. We have a reward. I don't exactly know. Okay, so it's just a limited light box. That's very unfortunate because it's probably not going to yield us anything besides a boost, which we could use because we had 10 and now we're down to 4. So we put 6 on a couple different cards and we get another one. That's awesome. Not the important part of the video. I am going to put a little disclaimer down here. I am running a Sorare League. It's Sorare to Glory. We have a ton of people in here. So the link will be in the description to join if you want to join. I'm really excited for this. I think this could be really cool. Plus, you get to pick all of the best players because those are the people who play for their national team, right? So for Germany, you could run, Sane, Musiala, Neuer. I don't know who else. Who would their striker be? Honestly, don't know. But the cost limitations in normal rivals isn't going to be as big in these games. You can really pick your favorites. You can, follow one team. Obviously, for Italy, I'm always going to pick the Italians for every team. So hopefully, maybe some of my teammates decide to kind of pick their games when Italy plays to actually win and not just be a fan. Moving on, for week 481, this is what our lineup's going to be. I am going to run it back with Minnesota. They play Sporting KC. KC has done okay, but they're not great in the league. Minnesota really needs a game here. They need a win. So I'm really hoping their big guns are going to play. DJ Taylor is the main guy that I'm hoping is going to be featured. And I need Laud to have a very, very good decisive score this week. We need an assist. We need a goal or some decent, all-around score to get him close to a 90 or, 100 for perfect. In Contender, we're starting to run 3 lineups now consistently. Diaz obviously is going to play in Classic Season 1. Zempederi, just Fernando, I guess, is our new striker along with Tapia. These two are starters for, I actually don't know the name of this team. Católica? Sure. They've both done very, very well. We got them very cheap. So Tapia has actually been very, very good for us since picking him up. We finally got Sarah back in the team. The Sorenzo Soccer boys didn't play last week. They are playing this week against the 18th place team. Really hoping that we can come away with some good decisives. In my Classic Season 2, this is probably my worst lineup of the 3. And I'm really hoping that Jeju find a way to best Gangwon, because the Gangwon boys are not in important lineups this week just because of the inconsistency. Nago has been amazing. He's going to be our captain along with Sano, both of the Antlers, Kashima. So both of those midfielders have been very, very well, or done very, very well. I am trying a new tactic in which I'm going to try and play more midfielders as my extras over defenders. I just find that having too many defenders can, you could think that a matchup is great, second versus 15th, third versus 9th, whatever the lopsided standings are. But in saying that, sometimes the good players don't play the whole game. Sometimes they let in a weak goal and it kills your score. So we are going to be looking to move some of our extra defenders because, as you can see, we're always running 3 academy lineups, and I'd rather have some good backups in midfield to always be able to replace guys who don't play. The main, I would say, feature in this video is obviously Contender because it's the most lineups we have, but it's also under 23. I think under 23 is going to be a very, very valuable competition for the remainder of this kind of season before the European season starts. So we've picked up 4 new players. Panda for Gambo Saka is now a starter. He's played in the last 6 games. I believe one of their older center backs tore his ACL. So he's completely out. Obviously, this guy's kind of stepped up in a big way. Mikael for Houston has done very, very well as a defender. This lineup, I just unfortunately don't have an extra midfielder to play. Pereira has been amazing for Austin, and Real Salt Lake, as I talked about in the last video, McMath is susceptible to having goals scored against him all the time. That's why we don't have him anymore. Sorry, just hit my mic. And then Ibrahim, I think, also plays for Houston now. We bought his old card. As a forward, he does okay. Our forward for under 23 just doesn't play. We just don't have anybody that's very consistent. And then obviously, like I said, it's very contradicting. Gangwon, I'm hoping this ends in a 0-0 draw and we can just get a clean sheet reward from both goalies. That would be perfect. AlllStar Limited it is what it is. Sorare Data has Vidal certified to play, so we put him in. We didn't captain him because we are captaining the Gangwon defender. This is another lineup where we have too many defenders. I need to move somebody or sell. Junior Santos, I do really hope he can score a goal this week. Corinthians is at the bottom of the table. They're either 14th or 12th. And then Alan Franco obviously does bits for Sao Paulo, so hopefully... actually, to be completely honest, I think I'm going to captain... Oh, no, I can't switch. I'm an idiot. That's unfortunate. That's kind of a miss on my part. Cap 220 Rare is our newest lineup. So Lee Hyuk, Omari Fernandez, and Elias Melkerson. Melkerson for the Norwegian League is kind of like one of their up-and-coming forwards. He was like $24. We picked him up. Obviously with some trades, we got him a little cheaper, but his scores are low. Like his cost is only 39. However, his team is, I think, in the top 5 of the league. Yeah. Strom Godset, I guess. Odds is about 7, so that is a good matchup. And then Omari Fernandez, his scores, you can actually look. Am I dumb? Omir Fernandez. His scores recently have been decent. Again, he only cost me 40 for the last 15, and Colorado's kind of had some good form as of recent. Besides obviously their game to Houston, which is why I picked up the Houston guys. But for being 7th in the league, they average around, -1 is actually pretty good for a mid-table team. And this week, I believe they play Vancouver, who it's kind of a tough game, but I did need somebody. These 2 cards are simply here just for players that start and play that cost very low. Lee has gotten some incredible, incredible decisives. What's his first name? There we go. Again, another Gangwon boy. But yeah, he can score. He's been able to score 100. He scores in the upper echelon of 50 a lot of games, obviously with, some extra boost, and he's our captain. His scores will kind of be around here on average based on how he scores. Now, this is our last lineup. We picked up Inchidin's goalie. Again, their starter is very old. He doesn't play anymore. And they kind of have the newcomer coming in Min Seung Jun. And then our academy lineups, we picked up Wagner. Kind of a tough name to say. But we have Caleb Wiley coming off of a 90. He will, probably be our backup to DJ Taylor from now on. Takumi unfortunately broke his jaw, so he and Kenta will always be in these academy lineups. So we always have 3 goalies, and 2 of them actually might play. So in the event they do play, they will actually get rewarded with XP. Otherwise, everybody else, Everaldo, kind of an older striker sub. Nishio, because Osaka has a ton of players that are injured right now. He plays, but I just don't see him being good enough right now to warrant him playing over the other defenders that we have in those extras. Same with Tucci, right? If they do very, very well in the next couple weeks, I might then put them in, you know what I mean? Or if somebody gets injured or whatnot. But that's going to be the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If we do manage to get any rewards from this week, I will be giving them away. So please leave a comment in who you got in your rewards in 480. That's how I'm going to decide. If there's no comments, obviously there's going to be no giveaway. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to sign out. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really, really help. Remember the giveaway. We're going to be running one every single week. So if we only win one award, I'm going to be giving it away to you guys. That'll be probably made into shorts, the rewards, just to get some extra content out. And yeah, hopefully you guys had a good reward set in 480, and hopefully 481 brings good fortune. Presti out. Peace.